tuning fork test, do an audiometry test, a complete cranial nerve examination, facial and vestibular nerve examination. All of us, I think, we are well versed with it, and again, that is an entire presentation itself. So I would not go into it, and I'll just limit myself to what are more pertinent to this topic right now. Now, we know that the eyes are the windows to the soul, sorry, and for people who are handling vertigo cases, eyes are also the windows to the vestibular system. So if you look into the patient's eye carefully, there will be lots of things which you will see. Now these are the things, there are lots of things, there is the head tilt movement, there is a visual axis misalignment, all these things are generally examined when we are going for abnormal eye movements. But the important ones I keep in. The three important things which we should know is the smooth pursuit movement, the saccade test and the optokinetic test. Why it is important? Smooth pursuit movement, for a smoothly moving object, the image of which should be maintained in the fovea. So I'm talking to you, and a person or a gentleman is going through me, from entering through this door and going through this door. I'm talking to you, and still that image of that person is not getting blurred, because that image is being built in my fovea and there is no retinal slip. So that is done by the smooth pursuit movement of the eye. Second is the saccade test. Suppose it's a good winter afternoon sitting in the garden, and I'm seeing birds fly in the sky, and it's a very beautiful afternoon, and suddenly there is an aeroplane which is going through the sky at a very high distance. So what is happening? I'm looking at something else, but at the periphery of my vision there is something else that is going on, and that image should also not slip. So that is done by the saccade test, that in the periphery of the visual field, the image of that also should be focused on the fovea to prevent retinal slip. Now when you drive in Patna, you are going forward obviously, but every time what you know as the Lahariya cut bikers are there, they just come in front of you, and how do you tend to avoid that? By having a good saccade movement, so that in the peripheral vision you always have that a person might come in front of you anytime, and you have to be careful about this. An optokinetic test which combines everything. The whole visual field has to be combined together to give a good representation on the fovea and to prevent the retinal test. So smooth pursuit, saccade movement and optokinetic test, these are three of the basic things which are done. There is a head impulse test which we do in the OPD for some positional vertigo, that is done. But after all this, the main thing that we come together is nystagmus. Now a lot of videos that have been shown about